Today I'm going to be sharpening the 10-inch distant backsaw that I've had for a year or two. It's about time to get it out of the shelf and see what I can do with it. Once I get it sharpened, I'm going to put it back together again and try some cuts. I'm looking at a distant 10-inch dovetail saw. Now why is it a dovetail saw and not a 10-inch saw? Because I'm going to cut dovetails with it. Why am I saying it's a distant? Well, it doesn't have distant stamped on it anywhere. It does have a Keystone and a saw nut. I'm thinking this is one of the off-brand saws that Distant made for somebody else. It might have had a stencil or a name etched on it at one time or another, but it's been through a hard life and I can't see any other name on it, but I do recognize the Keystone. I'm going to take a few minutes here since it's only a 10-inch saw. Won't take that long to sharpen, and I'm sharpening it rip because I'm cutting dovetails. Dovetails means end grain, so that means you cut rip. So the first thing that I need to do is to mark the teeth, and I could use some Dicam, but I just don't happen to have any. But I do have a Marks a Lot permanent marker. Does a good job. Really all I'm doing is giving myself a reference so I can see which teeth I've sharpened and which still need to be sharpened. The teeth on one side are slightly higher than the teeth on the other. But I got shiny spots on all of them. So I think I'm ready to go. I'm filing these straight across. At about a 15-degree angle, 15 degrees of rake. Nice sticky sharp points. When the teeth are this sharp, you got to be a little cautious about what you do with it. I think there's enough set in this blade that I don't need. There's enough set in this blade that I'm going to try it without any set, because I want to be able to cut close to the line. And all I have to do is put the tote back on the blade. Setting the saw nuts in there. Tighten the screws down. I'm not very good at cutting dovetails. Well, I'm not very good at cutting dovetails. I need practice. And hopefully this saw is going to make it a little easier for me to cut straight lines. The saw seems to be working well. I just got to do a little bit more practice. But now I got tools to work with. And that's recovering a 10-inch, I believe, Keystone dovetail saw. You saw it when it started out. Been painted, beat up, rusted, had a hard life. Now it seems to be happy doing what it's doing. Does a nice job cutting straight lines too. I just have to cut this off and do this about 100 more times, and I'll be ready to try laying out a dovetail. If you have any questions about today's video, if you have any suggestions, if If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments below. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.